Younger, cheaper, replaceable. Until I wasn't. By Judith Monroe. We'd like to discuss a transition plan, Judith. It's just not working anymore. The words hung in the conference room like the echo of a door slamming shut. Quiet, heavy, impossible to ignore. I sat at the head of the table, the one I had chosen when we moved into this office 8 years ago. My knuckles whitened around my coffee mug. It still bore our original logo, the one I designed. Faded now from hundreds of washings. My name is Judith Monroe. I'm 58 years old. And 15 years ago, I co-founded Brightwave Creative in Madison, Wisconsin with 2 college friends. We began with 3 desks, a single printer, and a dream above a coffee shop. Now, Brightwave filled the entire 6th floor of a downtown building with 36 employees and a client roster that spanned the Midwest. Or rather, it had. Frank retired 5 years ago. Thomas left academia 3 years after that. I stayed. I hired Cameron Vance and Olivia Harmon, mentored them, shared the relationships I'd spent a decade cultivating. I taught them how to pitch, how to build strategy, how to listen. Now they sat across from me. Cameron's $6,000 watch caught the light as he fidgeted. Olivia's salon-fresh hair glinted as she tilted her head just enough to show concern. "The industry's evolving rapidly," Cameron said. "We need to present a more contemporary image." Contemporary, I repeated. It tasted like rust. "Exactly," Olivia jumped in, almost relieved. "More youthful, more digitally native, more in tune with Gen Z." I'd pioneered Brightwave's expansion into digital marketing before either of them had left undergrad. I brought in the Harrington account while Cameron was still posting party pics on Facebook. I architected the Legacy Forward campaign, our most awarded project in company history. But I had committed the unspoken sin of advertising. I'd aged. My once chestnut hair was now silver. My hands, lined with years of work, the kind that doesn't fade with time or concealer. "We're offering you a generous buyout," Cameron said, sliding a folder across the table. I opened it. The number was insulting, barely a third of my stake's actual value. Through the glass, I saw the lake glinting in the distance. Last summer, we held our company's sailing day out there. The team clapped when I announced our best quarter ever. I closed the folder and saw something I wasn't supposed to, a branding mock-up on Olivia's tablet. A rebranded Brightwave. Without me. "I'll need time to review this," I said evenly, standing with all the dignity I could summon. "Of course," Olivia murmured. "Take the weekend." They were relieved. I hadn't cried. I hadn't yelled. Just made their path to erasing me a little too easy. That night, I poured myself a glass of Cabernet and stood on my back porch, staring at the garden I never had time to tend. A bitter irony. I'd given everything to Brightwave, and now they wanted me gone. Politely, quietly. Instead of sleeping, I found myself in my home office at 3 a.m., going through old documents, contracts, equity agreements, trademarks. By dawn, I had made 3 critical discoveries. I still owned the trademark to our most successful campaign slogan, authentic. Legacy. Forward thinking. I registered it under my name 2 years ago. Intuition, I guess. Our 4 largest clients, Harrington, Westfield, Crescent, and Northern, had change of management clauses in their contracts. All named me personally as account lead. Any shift required their consent. I had never signed a non-compete. Back then, we were too busy building something. They never thought I'd leave. I remembered what my grandmother used to say. Sometimes the most powerful move is to walk away quietly, then build something better. I could fight. I could lawyer up, demand fair value, go public. But I'd already given them 15 years. They weren't getting another minute. Instead, I signed their offer without negotiation, packed my office over the weekend, sent a brief professional farewell email Monday morning. Then, with a steady hand, I shook theirs and said, "I truly wish you the best. the look on their faces. My first quiet win. 3 weeks passed. My garden bloomed, my sleep returned, and the calls started. Harold Westfield was the third that week. Judith, I heard about your departure. The new account rep seems capable, but we'd prefer someone who knows our history. Are you consulting now? I smiled. By that afternoon, I was sitting across from Patricia Kingston, my lawyer. Silverline Strategies, she read. I like it. Subtle, sharp. And we're clear on the agreement, I confirmed. No poaching, no outreach to Brightwave clients. Understood. But if they call you first? She smiled. Well, they called you. I leased a charming Victorian office on the east side of Madison. Hardwood floors, big windows, a wraparound porch with wicker chairs where clients could sip coffee while discussing strategy. On the walls, framed campaigns, my campaigns, once used to win Brightwave awards. Within 6 weeks, I hired 4 staff, 2 seasoned designers, a brilliant content strategist overlooked at her last job, and an office manager who ran the place with military precision. We weren't flashy. We were focused, strategic, intentional. Then Jessica, a junior designer still at Brightwave, texted me. They're pitching the Belmont Hotel tomorrow, using your tagline, Authentic Legacy, as the campaign centerpiece. Olivia's presenting it as her idea. I wasn't surprised, but I was ready. Dorothy, I called to my office manager, please have Patricia send the cease and desist. Right away, she said with a knowing grin. That afternoon, I met with Harold's team and presented a comprehensive rebrand strategy. When I finished, the room fell quiet until Harold stood. This is exactly what we've been trying to articulate for months. You've honored our heritage while giving us a modern edge. That's what experience brings, I replied, knowing how to evolve without erasing your identity. As we wrapped up, Harold hesitated. Cameron's been calling, daily. He's not taking it well. Of course not, I said calmly. You're a valuable client. We've already sent our termination letter. I just thought you should know. When I returned to Silverline, Dorothy met me at the door. Cameron's here. He's agitated. He was pacing in the small conference room, his designer suit rumpled, face flushed. This is how you repay us? He snapped. You're stealing our clients? I haven't stolen anyone, Cameron, I replied. Clients choose who they trust. Westfield was with us for 12 years. No, I corrected. Westfield was with me for 12 years. There's a difference, and you're just starting to learn it. His composure cracked. Harrington's reviewing contracts. Crescent hasn't returned calls. This isn't coincidence. I looked at him, steady. Perhaps it's not your branding that needs updating. Perhaps it's your understanding of value. As he stormed out, I didn't feel triumphant. I felt free, because I hadn't just walked away, I'd built something new, and this time it was mine. That thought echoed as Cameron stood across from me in Silverline's conference room, the same man who had once orchestrated my exit from the company I co-founded. Judith, we were just trying to do the right thing, he said. The industry is changing. Apparently not for everyone, I replied. Some clients still value experience and long-standing relationships over trend chasing. You're using Brightwave in your credentials, he snapped. You need to stop. Stop saying you co-founded the company. It's misleading. I laughed quietly. You want me to erase 15 years of my life because it's inconvenient for your narrative? That's not how this works, Cameron. His jaw tightened. We'll take legal action if we have to. I look forward to that discussion, I replied smoothly, especially when your lawyer explains why you're using my trademark tagline without permission. Color drained from his face. What are you talking about? Check your inbox. Your counsel should have received our cease and desist about 20 minutes ago. In the weeks that followed, Brightwave's downfall unfolded faster than I could have predicted, though I had never wished for it. Harrington Financial, which made up nearly 30% of Brightwave's annual revenue, terminated their contract and joined Silverline. Their CEO, Victoria Harrington, called me personally. The young woman they sent over tried to explain how we need to resonate with millennials, she said, chuckling. Judith, our average client is 62. You understood that. Then came Northern Outfitters, then Crescent Healthcare, then others. By the end of the third month, 7 major clients had left Brightwave for Silverline. I didn't celebrate. These were relationships I'd spent years nurturing. I was simply continuing the work I'd always done, only now under my own name, on my own terms. Silverline didn't aim to be the biggest. We aimed to be the best for clients who valued authenticity, precision, and insight. We kept our team lean and multi-generational, our values rooted in purpose over ego. Our youngest team member was 24, our oldest was 67, and every voice mattered. Then Patricia, my attorney, called. Brightwave's pushing back. They're claiming the tagline was created under work for hire. Let them claim, I said. I've got the paperwork, trademark registration, the dated concept documents. I created it before it ever touched a Brightwave server. They're also threatening a countersuit for client interference. Are they really ready to argue that I stole clients who left of their own volition? I sighed. They pushed out the person those clients trusted. That's not theft. That's poor judgment. Patricia chuckled. That's exactly what I told them, just with more legalese. Then came Olivia. She arrived unannounced.